YouTube, Twitter, Finster, Princess, SoundCloud, SoundClick. Your boy Tone 202. Don't forget to check out my music just right there. You just Google it. And I'm just going to look at this video about the police officer who is pretty much harassing this guy who was sitting on his mama's porch. This black man.
Is everything okay? Okay. We got a call about somebody walking around with a shovel.
People don't walk around their house with shovels.
Good deal. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's my neighbor's one. This is my mom's house.
Okay. What's your mama's name?
Livia.
I'll check the call history real quick just to make sure.
Livia Sue yours.
Okay. One of the neighbors was concerned. They've had some break-ins over here. I guess they didn't recognize you or something like that. I don't know.
I come here every day.
Okay. Okay. Good deal. Have a good one.
You too.
That should have been the end of it. I come here every day. Said whose house it is. It's his mama's house.
He said it's his mother's house.
Olivia Sue yours.
I was gonna. The call history. We don't have anything recent. Got like stuff from 2015, but it's all like Asian people. So, okay.
Should have been the end of it. Nice neighborhood too. But you know, black people can't live in nice neighborhoods because we're all suspicious. We're all bad dudes.
But you don't break it into your mom's house.
Let's break it in here.
Supposed to be a joke, but it wasn't funny.
The shovel was here before. I just picked it up off the yard when I got here, sir.
Yeah, they said you tried to open the garage door with it.
No, I didn't. This is what I did. This is what I did.
Okay, that does look like you're opening a garage door.
That's all I tried to do.
Alright.
But broad daylight?
But you can understand what it looks like.
Yes, sir.
It does look kind of bad, but broad daylight? People need to mind their own damn business.
She's coming from Raleigh.
Do you actually live here? I mean, still?
I mean, I'm in and out. Yeah, but she told me to wait here for her till she get off the highway because she was going to give me some money. And I just wanted to make sure the dog wasn't in the garage. That's all.
Damn, you can't do nothing out your crib.
I know who lives there. I know who lives there. I know who lives there.
I don't know who called, but it must have been someone you don't know then.
Okay, but I ain't trying to break entry, sir. I wasn't park my car and do all that. I'm not trying to break entry, sir.
So his car is
We
there.
usually don't have somebody try and then sit on front porch.
I'm trying to get my mom on the phone for you, just to let you know I'm not lying.
Okay.
And I'm trying to
What's your mom's name?
Livia. The woman.
Livia what?
Yours. Yours.
Yours?
Yes, sir.
So his car is
Wait,
parked there too.
Grew up in this house? Or
Yes.
So you live elsewhere, but this
Yes,
is the
I
house
stay on
you
Big
grew up
Street
in.
Road.
Okay.
Yeah, I stay on Big Street Road.
Also saying where he lives.
You got an apartment over there or a house or what?
I stay on 100 Shades Park.
Yeah. Okay.
They should have left this dude alone.
It's a shame that I can't even sit on my own money.
Right.
My call the police.
Right.
It's crazy.
You can just put on speaker and talk to her.
Okay.
Tell her what's going on.
Okay, so he's trying to call his mother. Let's fast forward. So they're still investigating him. They should have left him alone half an hour ago.
Thank you.
He gave him his ID.
Yes.
Thank you.
Why should you just say your say instead of yours? I mean, because I wouldn't spell it like that.
Now they're harassing him about the way he says his name. He says yours, but it's spelled your
What do you say?
say.
You pronounce it your say?
Yes, pronounce your say. And
Why don't you just say your say then? Instead of yours. I mean, because I wouldn't spell it like that if I heard yours.
Why do you give a damn?
People been saying this my whole life.
No, that was me.
Oh, I was saying.
You don't know who's a good cop and who's a bad cop.
And why are you doing
I just said sit down.
But why are you talking to me like that, bro? I
What
live
are you-
here, bro. The address is on my wallet.
Look,
I mean, on
Come
my
on.
ID.
Dawn, relax. What's going
I mean,
on?
because, y'all.
I didn't do nothing.
I didn't do nothing either.
But look, you seem a little animated. You You want to get off the porch?
can't be on
breathe
there.
a little rapidly?
You're breathing rapidly.
In my own house and I ain't did nothing.
But I already explained why we're here.
Okay, but I already told you.
I said it wasn't even that serious. We didn't have to keep calling people and go door to door.
You can't breathe
I
rapidly.
just wanted to prove it to you because you act like you didn't believe me, sir.
Look, you have your ID. You told me your name. It matches up, right?
Hold on a second.
So, look, I'm gonna look.
This is
you gonna
where
have
it
papers
starts.
or something? Is that what we're
No,
doing?
I ain't got no papers that I know of.
Come on, man.
I mean, I'm not scared to go to jail, bro.
I know you're not.
Okay, I'm just trying to.
They already established that he's been to prison before.
Me like I'm lying.
No.
Hey, yo, come to my motherfucking mom's house. The police is over here. They harassing me.
Now they're gonna attack him.
Oh, fuck.
Hey, man, you can't grab my phone like that, man. Hey, man, get off me, man.
Put your hands.
Yo, man, get off me, man.
I'm asking what?
Get off. Put your hands on me. What are you doing? Yeah, man, what are you doing? This is my phone. I can't
So
get my phone.
the cop starts hitting him.
What are you doing? Why are you gonna be a puncher? You can't touch me. You can't do that. Now, hold on, here.
Okay, so they start beating him up. Cop starts beating him up, drags him out, punches him in the face a couple times, and puts him in the yard on his face. They double handcuff him, so on and so forth. Now, here's my thing. I can understand the cop asking certain questions. I'm not saying that the cop was all the way wrong. I'm saying that the cop was wrong when he put his hands on the dude. The questions he's asking is kind of like why are you asking him how to say his name like if he's trying to fool you? The cop also mentioned that he had prison tattoos on, and the guy said, yeah, I've been to prison. Like, so what? People go to prison, they do their time for what they did, they get out. It's not like, this person is still running around doing whatever they do. Some people do that, some people don't. If this guy's clearly not doing that, then why are you still asking him 50 million questions about being at his mom's house? Now, he tried to call his mom didn't answer the phone. He already said that his car is there. He said, I can prove to you that I come here every day. I know the neighbors. Now, here's what I'm thinking as a police officer. I'm not a police officer, but here's what I'm thinking. Why didn't you just send a woman, because there's two cops, why didn't you just send their woman over there and say, hey, does this guy live here? He said, I know who lives here, I know who lives there. She could have easily just went to somebody else's house and said, hey, do you know this individual? And they would have been like, yes or no. We don't know him. And, or yes, we know him. His name is DeWine Yursay, and his mom lives there. That's it, and that's all. Now, when he calls, he calls somebody and says, hey, come up here. He starts, cursing. He's like, the cops is up here harassing me. He's already agitated because they won't leave him alone. Now, I can understand the police not wanting somebody to call and bring more people into the situation. That's a whole police thing. However, there is a way to handle that. There's a protocol for that. You can simply tell the man to put his phone down because it's a hazard for him to do that. That isn't what the cop did. The cop jumped on him. See, there's a protocol for every situation. You know what I'm saying? Well, pretty much. And cops go through a lot of situations. So, if the cop would have been like, okay, listen, please don't call anybody up here because we don't want nobody up here getting into an issue, so on and so forth. We understand you're upset, but please do not call anybody up here. However, if you want us to talk to somebody, that's all fine and well. And then they can come up here. Now, see, that's a whole different thing. You know what I'm saying? That's handled differently. There's already two squad cars there. They can easily just ask another squad car to come up there if they think it's going to be a beef. You know what I'm saying? This guy was trying to get somebody to identify that he lives there. That's what he was doing. So yeah, I understand. It's a hazard to call more people into the fray if there's going to be one. However, the whole issue was identifying who he is and does he really live there and was he lying? And that's what he was trying to do. So the cop just took it too far, and I hope they do fire him, because you just can't start grabbing people and punching them in the face. I even had a situation where a cop, I was like, I'm gonna call a lawyer. He was like, you put the phone down or you're going to jail. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell somebody that. You can't tell somebody they can't call a lawyer. You know, after you surround him and you illegally check my vehicle, which is what they did, you illegally check my vehicle. I'm like, I'm going to call a lawyer. They're like, you call a lawyer, you're going to jail. Crooked ass cops. See, there's something. See, people keep talking about the good apples and the bad apples of the cops. But you know what? People don't remember the good cops all the time. We remember the bad cops mostly. You know what I'm saying? And you can get into some psychological thing with that. But people, listen, if you slap somebody one time and you give them another, and you give them ice cream or money another time, what do you think they're going to remember more? They're going to remember you slapping them. And that's just that. And this is what we see. This is what we remember. And this is what we constantly think. I mean, you're classically conditioning us to think that all cops are bad. So now we don't want to follow any of the rules. We automatically think you about to jump us and shoot us or beat us up. We not we not trying to hear nothing else because it's fight or flight now. We like, do I need to run? How do I get away from here? Who do I need to call to justify what I'm saying? So I understand, I feel Dewan 100%. The cop should have easily explained to him what he could and could not do. And truthfully, they just should have left the man alone, if you ask me. I mean, it did look funny about him with the shovel, but once he explained himself and said, "Hey, I know all the people who live here," they could have just easily identified who he was. They ran a 50 on him. They got absolutely nothing on him. I mean, it's just ridiculous now. There's nobody wants to follow the rules anymore. It's your boy Channel 202. I just think it's ridiculous anymore. They need to fire a lot of these cops. Peace.